Shalom Aleichem. Welcome to the weekly Breslov Parshat podcast, or whatever they call this. Teitzei has 110 psukim, and it has many, many laws, perhaps the most laws of any parsha in the Chumash. One law after the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, keep on going. It talks about the laws of when you go out to battle. What happens if the Yetzer gets a hold of you while you're in battle and you want to commit a sin with a foreign woman? It tells you what to do. Then it tells you if you have a firstborn child, the laws of inheritance, that firstborn gets a double portion. But you can't favor firstborn of one wife over the certain firstborn of a second wife. The third mitzvah of the parsha is Ben Soyer Moyer, child who goes off the derech. Right? Rashi explains why are these one after the other. Because if you take a foreign woman, you're more than likely going to end up not staying together. It's going to be a divorce. You don't go through the regular process of trying to meet someone, trying to establish a regular family. Rather, someone that's taken in captivity, forced upon you, or you force yourself upon her, you're likely going to have a child that you're not going to like her, you're not going to like the child. And that's why you have to be very careful. Firstborn is firstborn, no matter who it comes from. You have to stick to your rights. You have to stick to what is right. The third thing is a child that goes off the derech. If you took a woman, forced her, and you don't like her, you're going to end up with a child that goes against the parent's will. Now let's clarify that. Child off the derech in the Torah is a child who eats too much and drinks too much wine. A child. And a teenager. We're talking about a teenager. He drinks, he indulges too much in food and whatnot. That's a child off the derech. Why? Rashi explains that the Torah went down to the ultimate. If the child is addicted to too much meat, luxuries, wine, alcohol, right? That child is eventually going to steal from his parents for his addiction, and he will stand and steal from other people in order to fulfill his addiction. And that's really where the problems lie with the addictions. May Hashem spare us all. People become addicted to various things: drugs, alcohol, gambling, sex, right? Too much politics. I mean, what does a regular person have to do with politics? What does he have to do with it? Right? Let the politicians fight among themselves, whatever they're doing. What does it have to do with you? But people get embroiled in it. They become leftists, they become rightists, they become centrists, and they become nothing. Nothing because they waste their life. That's addiction. Addiction is where you waste your life on something that's not healthy for you, not physically, not spiritually, not emotionally, not financially. So we have to be careful. This is the way the parsha starts off. Now there are many laws in there. Wearing scissors. Men shouldn't dress like women, transvestites. Certainly not transsexuals. That's for sure not against the Torah. And then you have laws of who could become a Jew, who could convert. Like the Moabites are never allowed to convert. A Moabite woman, yes, but not a man. Why not? Because they're cruel. Torah explains, Rashi explains it. There's a certain cruelty that exists in certain people that is unbehooving to the Jewish person. We have to learn how to live with it. And then, of course, the Parsha ends with two laws. One law is that you have to keep honest scales. In the old days, they used to have scales that one at the other. They have a little stone that weighed 100 gram, 200 gram, 500 gram, a kilo, whatever it was. And the Torah warns against keeping not regulated weights in your home. Why? Because if you cheat someone, it's no good. You cheat someone, you're stealing. You're stealing. Torah starts off, the Parsha starts off with a child who will steal, and the Parsha ends off, the next to last law, someone who would steal. Stealing was the sin of the generation of the flood. And this week's Parsha takes it even further. Parsha ends off saying, remember what Amalek did to you. And Rashi explains, if you don't have honest weights, you don't have an honest scale, I'm not talking about what you weigh yourself on in the morning, because then you're always going to want to cheat. But that doesn't hurt anybody except yourself. But it does talk about cheating somebody else. If you do cheat somebody else, you've committed the same sin as Amalek. Amalek attacked Jews wantonly. They had no reason to. Why? But they did it. And that's, you're bringing about the sin of anti-Semitism. You're bringing about hatred. Steal, you're bringing about hatred to the Jewish nation. So, this is the Parsha of the week, where Rabbi Nachman tells us about Amalek. Amalek, Ayin Mem Lamed Kuf, those are the Hebrew letters, and they add up to 240. The Hebrew for doubt, Suffolk, Samach Pei Kuf, is 240. Amalek really represents all the doubts and confusion that we have in our lives. We have to get rid of that. How can you? Lo tishkoch. Don't remember that Hashem is around. Don't remember that Hashem isn't with you, and you're going to bring Amalek upon yourself. Don't doubt it, ever. Keep Hashem with you 24/7, and you'll always be able to vanquish the doubts, the confusions, the difficulties, challenges that you face in life. Amen.